Popular Ghanaian actress Yvonne has revealed that she aborted a pregnancy for rapper Sarkodie in 2010 after a short relationship. By that time, Sarkodie was still in a relationship with his wife, Tracy, whom he started dating when he was broke. She also wrote about her past relationship with Nigerian Afropop singer Iyanya and how their relationship came to an end due to Iyanya cheated on her with Tonto Dikeh. She made this known in her book titled I Am Not Yvonne, which she launched on Sunday. According to Yvonne's story about Sarkodie, which is at page 88 to 95 of chapter 8 of the book, she said as a young teenager growing up, she gravitated towards people in the music industry, even though she is an actress. When she discovered Sarkodie's music, she liked his talent, and from there, she fell in love with him. As she grows bigger as an actress, they eventually met, started talking, and got close and closer. Although their relationship wouldn't be described as a serious relationship because at the time, Sarkodie was in a serious relationship with Tracy, his teenage lover, whom is now his wife. But however, Sarkodie and Vanessa were constantly having sex until she started missing her monthly period. When she started feeling some pregnancy symptoms, Yvonne went to a pregnancy test to confirm why she missed her period and was having some symptoms. Unfortunately, the result came out that she was pregnant. She was just 24 years old and still in the university. So when she called Sarkodie to discuss the pregnancy with him, Sarkodie told her that he was not ready to be a father. That time, Sarkodie was a budding musician with the potential to become one of the biggest artists in Ghana and beyond. However, the future looked uncertain. Success was not guaranteed. He was still living with his mother and was not ready to carry a burden while he was still being carried by his mother. Therefore, Sarkodie told her not to keep the baby. When Sarkodie told her that, the first thing that hit her was the story of her life. She had grown up without a father in her life. She had often been reminded of how she was born by mistake. The most shocking revelation in Yvonne's book is not even about Sarkodie. Her ordeal about her supposed father is the craziest. Apparently, the man, Mr. Oko Nelson, now late, is not her real father. All these years, her mother lied to her that her father was irresponsible. So, unknown to her, she kept portraying the innocent man in her comments and interviews as irresponsible father. It was until the man was sick that her mother told her that the man, Mr. Nelson, was not her father. Before she could reach the hospital to apologize, he had died. The man died in 2017 without ever speaking about Yvonne Nelson publicly. As it stands now, Yvonne Nelson doesn't know her real father. Hence, the Nelson surname is not even supposed to be her surname. This is why the book was named I Am Not Yvonne Nelson. Back to Sarkodie. So when Sarkodie told her that he doesn't want the baby, Yvonne Nelson wondered how she would bring another human being into this world to live like her. Someone whose father would reject him or her, just like whom she called father, Mr. Nelson had rejected her. So she began looking for means to abort the baby. At first, she attempted to abort the pregnancy by taking concussion from a colleague, but the substance didn't work, as a test carried out revealed that she was still pregnant. She then went to the hospital to remove the baby through a medical procedure that eventually aborted the baby. After the abortion, she returned back to school and was preparing for her November-December exams. But due to the whole thing, she was not concentrating in reading her books. Sarkodie, on the other hand, didn't care about her. He left her to her fate. He didn't call her to check up on her or to know about how the procedure went. The abortion haunted her for years. Whenever she had to fill a form in the hospital and there was a place on the form that asked whether she had an abortion before, knowing that it was important to be truthful in her disclosure to health professionals, she had to tick the abortion box. To her, it was not just a tick, but the disclosure of her moment of shame in judgmental society, sharing a dreaded piece of secret with people whose perspective of her might never be the same. She said abortion is one of the most regrettable mistakes in her life. She added that if the clock of life could be rewinded to her younger self, she would have kept the baby. However, This is not the only relationship she revealed in her book. She also talked about her relationship with Nigerian singer Iyanya. She said Iyanya made her feel special during their relationship, with constant breakfast in bed, tattooing her name initials YN on his waist, and also singing about her in the song titled My Waist. But later on, she discovered that the people mentioned in that song were the people that he had slept with, and one she's sure of is actress Tonto. One from Iyanya's house called her on the phone to tell her that Tonto Dikeh always sneak into Iyanya's house to see him and they were having sexual relationship. Aside from Tonto Dikeh, there were other celebrities from South Africa whom Iyanya was seeing, including his female crew members. She said even though Tonto Dikeh was not in the picture, she would have left Iyanya because his behavior was out of control. This means that Tonto Dikeh went for someone's boyfriend and someone went for her husband. Well, Iyanya responded to Yvonne's allegation in her book by dropping a lot of tweets on Twitter. One thing that caught fans' attention is that he was using the publicity to promote his song with Joe Boy. Iyanya too was interviewed in 2013 by Ebuka on Channels TV if he had cheated on Yvonne with Tonto Dikeh. This is what he said.
Cheated on her and there were other parties in the relationship. Why did the relationship end?
Bro, why did the relationship end? It's just like every other person out there who tries to make something work and it doesn't work. You get me? Everybody, some people, most of the people, 90% of the people watching us right now have tried relationships and it has not worked. The reason why theirs is not on the blogs is because they're not popular. Mine is because I'm who I am, so people have to talk about my stuff. It's just like everybody out there. It's just like you trying to work something out and it's not working. We all have relationships. We know, we wear the shoe. We know where it hurts. So I don't think it's fair for me to sit down here and start telling you this happened, that happened, this didn't happen.
But was there a third party?
Of course, you know that relationships always crumble because of third, fourth,
on your part
parties.
Or on her part?
I don't know whose part now, but you know, we always have those people there somewhere. You know, so it's just, that's just it.
Was Tonto Dikeh in the picture?
No. Tonto was not in the picture.
So the relationship didn't break up because of Tonto Dikeh. But did you date Tonto Dikeh at any point?
No, I didn't. Tonto is somebody that, I respect and that's how it's been, but like I said, the Iyanya these days, anytime I say something about a girl or something, or I take a picture with her, everybody goes.
From his body language, you would know he cheated like she said. He even confirmed that there was a third party, but never admitted Tonto Dikeh was involved. Well, in 2013, Tonto Dikeh was interviewed on Channels TV by Ebuka about her romantic relationship with Iyanya. This is what she said.
What is going on with Iyanya? Are you friends? Were you friends? Did you date? Are you dating? What is going on?
It's surprising because when I tell people I've just met him like once or twice, it's just people don't believe it. I don't know him. Although I admire his work, I like him. I could say I love him as a fan. I'm a fan too because his music is really very good to me. But then I don't know him personally.
So how did you get into this entire mix?
I don't know.
Because I think even people through your tweets haven't necessarily discouraged.
I think people just take advantage of the fact that I don't really come out to say, okay, that's not true, because I don't really think there's anything, there's a point coming to say, I didn't do that or did this, or because of the kind of lifestyle I live, I don't come out to defend myself. So I think people just take advantage of that. I think it was a publicity stunt, actually, if you ask me.
You obviously enjoyed the publicity, which is why you didn't disclaim it.
Why would I enjoy it? I am publicity. I cannot be enjoying it. I'm making it. Okay, so it's not like I was enjoying it. If I wanted publicity, I could have done it in a different way. Not a man and a woman issue. I wouldn't want to get entangled in that kind of thing. That's something that I dread so much in my life.
What's your honest opinion of him?
I think he's a good person.
Many believe that this whole saga in the book would have a dent on Sarkodie's reputation, because Sarkodie is one of the celebrities in Ghana who has not been linked to sexual drama, and he has been dating his wife since he was broke. In 2010, Sarkodie was with Tracy when he slept with Yvonne. That is cheating. And this may ruin his reputation as a role model when it comes to having the scandal-free longest relationship. Like, a lot of people look up to Sarkodie in their love life. But then, Sarkodie was not in the position to actually take care of the baby. He spoke to Yvonne and said, "This is my situation. if you are not in a position to take care of yourself, you are in no position to take care of a baby. I think we all agreed not to give birth when we are broke, to avoid bringing innocent kids to this world and then suffering them with hardship. Sarkodie said he wanted to give birth to the baby, but he has no means to take care of the baby. Therefore, she should abort it. Yvonne said she could have kept the baby, but she doesn't want the baby to feel rejected just like she felt in her life because Sarkodie doesn't want the baby. So she decided to abort it. This means there was a concerted effort from both sides to get rid of the baby. Then why are we making it look like Sarkodie was the evil in this story? I don't think Sarkodie is the evil here. Yvonne was just a victim of circumstances because the book clearly stated that Sarkodie didn't force or manipulate her into having sex with him. She wanted it as well as Sarkodie wanted it. I'm not saying she didn't go through pain. She went through pain, even in her writing you could feel it. She was just a victim of circumstance. Yes, Sarkodie was not in a position to take care of the baby, but his mistake was not calling to check up on Yvonne after the abortion and to even know how the abortion went. But then, he was in a serious relationship at the time with Tracy, so he was trying to protect the relationship. Remember, there is a portion in the book that Yvonne said she won't call what they had as a serious relationship. So the issue here is that Sarkodie didn't call her to check up on her. So the only option was for her to go through this procedure by herself. It means that for a very long time, she has harbored hatred or pain for Sarkodie. Other people also said she was regretting the abortion now that Sarkodie is a big and rich artist. They said if she knew Sarkodie would turn out to become this successful, she would have kept the baby. But at the moment, she thought Sarkodie would be nobody or was a nobody. This is why the Tracy and Sarkodie element is making sense, because Tracy was with him everywhere, through everything. Even when Sarkodie was drinking from that Coke bottle, Tracy was there. So if Yvonne had doubt about Sarkodie's future and decided to go ahead and abort, then that's her issue and not Sarkodie's. People were also saying that she doesn't supposed to disclose such information in her book. But look, she went through a lot, right? As she has stated in the book, she went through an abortion. The person was supposed to call her and check up. He didn't check up for a very long time. She has harbored hatred. She has harbored pain. She kept these things. Maybe this is her truth. Yes, maybe this will be her closure. She didn't sign any contract with anybody to stay quiet. Her reputation is also at stake here, as well as Sarkodie's reputation. She knows all these things, the implication, the consequences, and yet she went ahead and wrote it in her book. That means it means a lot to her. Even in interviews, Sarkodie has talked about having an encounter with Yvonne Nelson.
Who is more your type, Lydia Forson or Yvonne Nelson?
I don't know Lydia personally. I've had an encounter with Yvonne
Okay. So really and truly, you picked Yvonne.
because I know
So
her.
you
Don't
picked
twist
Yvonne.
it.